When your spine is not moving well, everything can feel harder. Sitting feels uncomfortable, standing will feel tiring, simple moves can feel restricted. I'm Dr. Karina Wu, a doctor of physical therapy. In this video, you'll get a better understanding of the role your back plays within mobility, what gets in the way and causes back pain, and my 4 go-to moves to reduce tension in your back and get you moving better. The body is an interconnected system with areas that are meant to move and other areas that are not. To maintain a healthy system, we need this balance in our bodies. Stability is control of motion. Mobility is the ability to move our joints. You can't have stability without mobility. Our bodies were meant to move with control and be flexible and agile. So if you've got a good balance of the mobility, stability, flexibility, and balance, you can get through your day feeling great, feeling safe, and feeling like you're on top of the world. We've got a review worksheet at the end of the video. You can screenshot it and save it for future use. So this exercise is the cross leg stretch. What I love about this is you're gonna stretch out the lower half and the upper half at the same time. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Now, what you're going to do is I'm gonna bring my right knee up to about hip height here, and I'm gonna gently bring it across to the left here. The right foot can rest on the inside of the left knee. Now I'm going to stretch my right arm all the way out to the side, and now I got to stretch across my chest here. So this is a cross leg stretch, just like this. I tell my patients it's like a corkscrew. So let me show it to you on the left. Bring the left knee up, left arm comes out, palm is facing up. I'm looking towards my left side, and I can just give a nice little overpressure with my right hand here. That was a cross leg stretch. So it is loosening up the low back and the hip muscles and the chest muscles at the same time. Now that you've unlocked your mobility, here's a tip to speed up the recovery process. Alternating cold and heat stimulates circulation, which flushes out inflammation for faster healing. Consider it a spa day for your spine. So this exercise, I need you on your hands and knees. And what I love about this exercise is you're gonna get spine stability here, and then we're gonna be rotating our rib cage. So our middle back is gonna get rotation here. Hands are directly under the shoulders, knees are always directly under the hips, flat back position, belly button into the spine. I'm gonna place my hand behind my head or neck, whichever's comfortable. I'm gonna bring my elbow out to the side where it's comfortable here. And now what I'm gonna try to do is I'm going to rotate by trying to bring my armpit up to the ceiling. So that's all I got here. And then when I bring it back down, I'm gonna stretch my left elbow to right forearm. So rotation here to the left, and then counter rotation to the right here, just like that. So that was thoracic rotation. It's a great exercise when you're really stiff and you feel really immobile. It mobilizes, it stabilizes, and it stretches all in one. So we've just mobilized our trunk. We're gonna go into what's called a bird dog exercise, and then I'm gonna challenge you by bringing your elbow and your knee together so it's gonna round your spines. We're gonna start in hands and knees just like this. Flat back, core is engaged to start. So a bird dog exercise is where you lift opposite arm and leg like this, and then curl your trunk, and you're gonna try to touch your elbow to your knee here. So this requires balance, and it requires core stability, and it requires mobility in your spine. So the bird dog exercise is a challenging exercise for your balance and your core. When you feel balanced and strong and stable, that's when you can add that elbow to knee touch. Speaking of dogs, getting down to your pet's level for a brief play session on all fours creates space between your vertebrae and releases a lot of tension. Just make sure someone is around to help you back up. The final exercise in this exercise series is the downward facing dog. So what I love about this exercise is it's doing 3 things at once. It's a shoulder press because our arms are overhead and they're supporting our body weight. It's a huge stretch down your back line from your low back all the way down the hamstrings, calves, all the way down to the toes. And then it's a spine decompressor because you're upside down. So we start in hands and knees here. We're gonna brace with our core, and then you're going to press your hips up towards the ceiling. So when you push up, your head needs to be relaxed. So just let it hang and bobble in between, okay? The shoulders are doing an overhead press at the moment. And I'm gonna press one heel down, and then press the other one down. This is gonna target the stretch in the calves. I'm now gonna put my feet in hip width distance and I'm gonna try to press my heels down while keeping my knees straight. And man, do I feel that stretch here mainly. When we do a down dog, I like to hold it 3 to 5 deep breaths. But let me show you the spine decompression. You're going to probably keep your heels up a little bit unless you've got tremendous flexibility. And then using the palms of your hands and all 5 fingers, really press your shoulders back. So you're trying to bring your shoulders or your chest to your thighs here. And I'm really lifting my hips up towards the ceiling. And that's the full downward facing dog. Soft drop down to your knees. You can come into a child's pose real quick just to lengthen the low back, or just come sit up out of it. That is a huge whole body exercise. You're working out your shoulders, you're decompressing your spine, and you're getting a whole stretch down the backside from your low back down to your toes. When your back is hurting, it can be tempting to just stop and give up on moving around. But a few minutes of intentional motion can restore mobility and reduce stiffness more effectively than staying still. That worksheet is popping up at the end of this video in just a second, so you can screenshot it and use it as a guide for at least once a day. If you're still feeling unstable, or if the pain is coming back quickly, that probably means your core needs to be attended to, so get to work on that core. Check out our deep spinal core stability video linked in the description box below, and if you found this helpful, like and subscribe to Healthline for more videos about pain relief and mobility.